Hello, I'm Katie, and today for this wreath I'm using the Winsor Newton watercolor block. It's 100% cotton and gelatin free for all of you vegans out there, and I really love this paper. To start off, I'm painting in some eucalyptus, and I'm outlining the leaves with a wet brush. I don't recommend doing this with a dry brush because the lines wouldn't blend out smoothly. You can paint in some small horizontal shapes for turned leaves. Now, with some more color on your brush, go ahead and add in another layer of that cool green to some of the leaves so that they appear shadowed. Mixing in some undersea green with the Prussian and raw sienna mixture to create a nice bright green. This color is going to be for the minimal oval-like leaves. Make sure to space them out in between the eucalyptus. Add some of those bright leaves beside the eucalyptus so that they appear to be layered on top of one another. On to pine cones. With a warm brown, starting at what will be the top, create spiraling scales in the shape of a cone. Pay close attention to the different perspectives I do for the other pine cones. We'll fill in the white spaces later. Now, let's start painting the branches for the pine needles. I just darkened up the same brown from the pine cones with a bit of neutral tint. I'm using a size 2 brush, by the way. With this muted green, paint diagonal strokes that meet up towards the tip of the branch. Add another layer in the middle of the pine needles to cover the spaces in between and add depth. And it's okay if your pine needles overlap with other things. Now we're going to fill in the spaces of the pine cones with pretty much the same color as the pine needles branches. This is really going to highlight those scales that we painted earlier. I do go back and add another layer to darken it a bit more. That warm brown that we highlighted the pine cones with is also going to be used for the berries branches. Be sure to paint a lot of branches to fill in the extra space. Now with a red, paint berries on every other branch. Start by painting a C and leave a white space where the berry joins at the top. This gives them a nice highlight. If you have gold, you'll fill in the other spaces with golden berries later. For the golden details, I'm using Calero's set of metallic paints. I believe I paid around $20 US for these on Amazon, and they're really going to last me forever, it feels like. I've already had them for almost 2 years and I've barely put a dent in them. What's even more awesome is that the pans are removable. So, anyways, I'm just choosing a nice warm gold as I think it will go nicely in the wreath. For the gold to be really nice and opaque, it needs a good bit of water and mixing to activate it properly. The golden berries are going to be the easiest ones. Just paint a circle. Look at how pretty the gold is. And lastly, we're going to paint some of those dainty oval leaves again, but this time in gold. And this is how it turned out. I really hope that you enjoyed this. Tag me on Instagram at Dainty Paints if you try this. I'd love to see. And don't forget to subscribe. Happy holidays, everyone!